Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Game Informer's Test Chamber. I'm Andrew Reiner, joined by Javy Gwaltney.
Hi everybody, what's kicking?
We're playing Resident Evil 7 Biohazard on PlayStation 4. I've gone through the game already. This is a mid-game save, and we're going to be talking about how this game connects to the proper series. All early demos and all that made it look like a very different type of game. Mm-hmm. More about ghosts and apparitions, more about supernatural connections than stuff based on science, like zombies. You know, they always had the viruses, G, T, all that stuff.
Right.
Best drape technology in the game.
Whoa.
Or in gaming. You could see our character just lovingly
I mean, that's what I do. I go home, and as soon as I get home, I caress my drapes just like that. Like, I don't know how anyone who doesn't have drapes doesn't do that.
Lots of environmental storytelling, finding, documents. That's where you get a lot of the story. Mm. And the first-person perspective works very well. Obviously, that's a big change for the series. But here is our save room, which, as you can see, we have a crate. I can't go in there for the sake of spoilers because you get some stuff post-game. Mm-hmm. And that goes into all your saves, which I found out. And here's how you save, which cassette player, very cool, right?
A cassette player instead of a typewriter, nice.
And then there's a lot of weapons, too. So I have a shotgun and a pistol. And what are we going to be shooting? We're going to show one of those things today. So the demo's focused on ghosts and things popping in and out of reality and all that. That's not the case for most of the game. The beginning is a bit of a smokescreen, I would say, in terms of what this game is really about. But the really cool thing is they connect to, the kind of weird ghost stuff at the beginning to the series in a really cool way.
Okay.
I thought it was just kind of like, oh man, they're really changing things up. They're going away from their science-based stuff. But by the end of the game, but when the credits were rolling, I was like, wow, that was very cool how they tied all this up.
I have to say, this tech just looks amazing, like visually. Strong PT vibe here as far as like how the visuals look.
And this is playable on Xbox One, PC, and PlayStation VR as well. And today I'm going to show an enemy here that, look at all this mold.
Yeah, this mold is the best. This is the most realistic mold in the game ever.
It's like my tub at home. Mm-hmm. And here we go. Let's go in here, guys. And you could sprint, too. I've just been trying to set the mood. And things like you'll come up on something like this and just be like, "Oh God, what's
There's something in there."
And a really neat thing with the perspective. Again, sorry for dragging this up, but they do a lot of nice stuff with like hiding secrets. Like it could be in these cracks. Like, oh, I need to collect that thing, or oh, there's ammo down there, like wedged in that corner.
Now, is that just because like the perspective has changed? Because in other Resident Evil games, that's just annoying.
No, there's no flashing. You really have to pay attention to your environment. And I really liked how it was done in this game. Mm-hmm. So here we are.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Boy, bye.
What do we got here? Let them get as close as possible without dying.
Oh, gross.
And
that was not a great charge, bud.
And listen to the music. How once you get closer.
Oh. Are they blind? Can they not?
Yeah, a little. They don't have eyes.
I mean, they're all teeth and no eyes.
All right. I'm just going to move on here. We cannot go much further.
Okay.
In this direction without giving away spoilers. I'm going to be very cautious here.
So what Resident Evil would you say this is most like if you had to pick one? Like, obviously, they're doing their own thing with this one, and the vibe's a little bit different. But if you had to connect this one to one thematically and how it plays, which one would it be?
Resident Evil 1.
The first one? All right.
And that's like, you're in a big estate. I keep calling it an estate or house in my review. It's not a mansion for like billionaires with like an umbrella front. It's a very different vibe. But it is huge. And that's the thing where it's very similar in that the Baker family, who you're kind of here with, you know, they're they're all messed up. The father, the son, the grandma and mom are all just kind of messed up in the head in different ways.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, we got to be very careful where we go here. But they like locked doors, and they like having different keys for certain doors.
Mm-hmm.
And that is something you'll find, like lots of puzzles and door unlocking. That's very similar to the first one.
Now, would you say that this feels like a Resident Evil game? Like,
yes, from the intro, I was like, no, this is a completely different type of game. Shame on Capcom for calling it Res Evil. They should have created a new IP. This is more of like a supernatural ghost game. But by the time the credits rolled, I felt like I played a whole new Res Evil chapter.
Okay.
And it's a nice reinvention of the series. Not as prominent as Res Evil 4.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they absolutely knocked it out of the park with that one. Oh, here's a good example. I need the snake key to be able to get into this door here.
All right.
And you have limited items.
Oh, so just like a limited inventory management.
Yeah, and
system.
then you also have, you can combine stuff to make healing items. This is interesting. This allows you to see items in the environment.
Oh, really?
Let's see if we could see anything. Yeah, so you could see there's going to be something there, something there.
Cool.
There's something over there, something in there.
What is it? Is it a drug? Is it a talisman? What is it?
Yeah, it's like a drug that you take.
Oh, so is it limited quantity? You just find it and then you can use it? Okay.
Here's some meat.
Yeah.
Fun stuff. And like I said, I cannot go much further because if I click on this item here, that will trigger something really, really cool.
All right.
And I wish we could show you. You might see this in the live stream that we do tomorrow. Definitely tune in for that. I think we're going to play a few hours of the game.
So, sorry.
And you might get here depending on whoever's playing being good at the game. The other thing that really connects to the first game is finite ammo. You know, right now I have 7 bullets here, 7 bullets here. A lot of times I'll be like, oh, do I got to go back to an earlier save because I blew too much ammo? Every bullet matters. They really make that a prominent feeling throughout the entire game, and I love that. Oh, see, here's an item. There's some handgun ammo. That's key. I didn't find that in my original playthrough. But yeah, it's fascinating. So that's locked. You got to figure things out. There's a nice map. I don't want to show too much because don't read that text.
So, obviously we don't want to delve too much into story here, but would you say there is something here for, because you keep saying reinvention and, a new chapter. Is there something here for people who, wherever they may be, I am not one of those people who are invested in the Resident Evil storyline, like they have played 5 and 6 and are deep into the lore of Resident Evil and how all these characters connect to each other around the world. They've read the novels. Is there something here for those folks?
Oh, big time.
Okay.
Big time. And I will just say this. Do not be upset. Stick through it. JV, you're going to barf.
All right, I'm ready.
You ready?
Uh-huh.
Ready?
Ready. Do it.
Okay, I want to get a proper angle so you can projectile spew.
What is it? Gwyneth Paltrow's head in there? What? Let's do this.
Whoa!
Oh God! I actually like how PS2 era that looks. But anyway, like you were saying, there is stuff there for fans of the actual lore.
Yep. You see how I could not get this
without bending down
and seeing it or having the item listed.
Oh, gunpowder! So you can you make bullets?
You can.
Oh, neat.
There's drawings. There's 32
Hey, Reiner,
documents.
There's a moose or a deer or something in there. I feel like we should go check it out.
In here?
Yeah, to the right. Or in that room. Right there. What? See?
What?
Say, hey, buddy. That's a buck. That's what we call those in the South.
Yeah, it's a nice looking deer, healthy. And
but really, though, this game is so detailed, just visually.
Look in there.
Oh, that's so cool.
What's that?
Is that a machine gun?
What is that, JV? And here's the crow door.
Ooh.
So you need the crow key, which I have. Oh, we could show this.
You mean crochet?
This is the... Oh, God, that was bad, JV. This is the weirdest part of the game.
All right.
So a lot of the environment tells you things about the family. So these guys, maybe they're into hunting. Maybe the father or son.
Yeah, I mean, this looks like my uncle's house.
Maybe the mom. But one thing is they're really into football. And one of the collectibles in the game are these purple bobbleheads. that you can hear and
All
see
right.
throughout the. So you'll go into a disturbing body parts everywhere type of room, and this little bastard will be sitting there,
and it'll be the creepiest thing in the room.
You just break them, and you get the collectible, and it adds up at the end.
So, like, we're in the South, aren't we? In this game, Louisiana. That's what they were talking about in the previews, or some swampy place.
So I'm out of inventory space. So that's something. Yeah, we're in Louisiana.
Yeah.
Dulvey, Louisiana, I believe is the name of it.
Okay.
But yeah, lots of things to look at in the environment. Very similar in regards to Res Evil 1, but at the same time, a little different.
What would you say is the divide here between how often you felt like this was tedious nonsense and how often like you were actually engaged? Because I feel like that's a big problem for a lot of people who go back to play the original Resident Evil, is that they can understand like, oh, this was amazing for its time, but a lot of this is just so boring and frustrating.
I was never once in a position of finding it tedious. I never thought that with the original one. So I'm in the camp of like, oh, I like this kind of, oh, I got this key. I know where that door is.
Right.
I like that kind of problem solving. This here is, like Res Evil 1. Who builds crap like this? Like you put this thing here and this wall opens up. And your character even comments on stuff like that. Like, why would they build this? And a lot of narrative just, in the documents that you find, very true to Res Evil.
Right.
But like I said, stick with it because it does find that narrative pulse from the original series. And I think it's very clever. And it's a very cool new wrinkle for them to maybe... interesting. Oh, there's a bobblehead around here.
Oh,
there he is.
Hey, buddy. Oh, shoot me.
Yeah. But yeah, I really dig it. I think it's fun to explore and look around and jump scares galore. I know we wish we could give you a better demo in that capacity. Oh, like how do you get this gun? Because if you take it, the door closes. See, I already have a shotgun, but that's that's a shotgun place.
And that looked like a double barrel shotgun.
And it's not all in the house. I can't go out there yet because we haven't figured that out. But you do go outside. There's other areas. I won't spoil that kind of stuff, but this is a big estate kind of location. They have a lot of acres and stuff like that, stuff to explore.
Do you feel like you'll go back to the game? Like, because you're so hesitant to show like spoilery stuff right now. So it's like mostly a one and done sort of thing.
It's a one and done game. I think I took 10.5 hours to beat it. And it really does click. You do get your bearings pretty well. There isn't that weird disconnect where you have like the camera switching like the original Res Evil. Where you're in one end of the hallway and you're like, wait, where was that door? This one is all... That's interesting. Pretty easy to navigate because of the first person perspective. See, they are just so into football.
Well, I mean, we are in Louisiana.
Well, you're going to see this stuff everywhere.
Have you never been to the South, Reiner? People love football down there. That's a thing.
And that is all I can show without getting in lots of trouble.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm excited to check this out.
Okay. Yeah, you get to go out there.
Ooh, a trailer.
Oh man.
Now I'm really at home.
If that isn't reason enough right there,
yeah,
you're going to go in that thing.
What?
To play
no,
this
I don't
game.
want to go in that.
But my review is on the site if you want my full kind of breakdown.
And what did you give it?
People can go click on the site. They can check that out. Oh, VHSs, you do see the game from other perspectives too. You get more story that way. And that is a brief, non-spoiler look at Res Evil and how this entry connects with other ones. So thanks for watching. Thanks, JV.
Yeah.
And we'll see you next time, everyone.
Stab those cans. Bye, everybody.